There are places on this planet where even the bravest explorers hesitate at the entrance. Places where the air feels different, heavier, colder, wrong. Places where history left behind something that refuses to be forgotten. Tonight, we are taking you inside 7 of the most terrifying locations on Earth. Each one carries a darkness that goes beyond ghost stories. These are real places, with real histories, and real reasons why experienced travelers warn never go alone. Stay until the very end, because the last location on our list is the one that haunts people long after they return home. Some say they never truly leave it behind. Location 5. Bhangar Fort, India. In the arid landscape of Rajasthan, India, stand the ruins of Bhangar, a once magnificent fort city now reduced to crumbling walls and hollow archways. The Archaeological Survey of India has placed a signboard at its entrance, forbidding anyone from entering after sunset or before sunrise. That kind of official warning doesn't come without reason. Built in the 17th century, Bhangar was once a thriving city of 10,000 people. Then, within a matter of years, it was completely abandoned. No invasion, no plague, no famine. It simply emptied. Legend holds that a powerful sorcerer fell dangerously obsessed with the princess of Bhangar. When she rejected his dark enchantment, he cast a curse upon the entire city, before dying condemning every soul within its walls to wander without rebirth. Historians offer no satisfying alternative explanation for why the city was so suddenly deserted. Locals refuse to live near the ruins. No rooftops are built in the surrounding villages, out of respect or fear of what lingers inside. Those who have explored Bhangar after dark describe panic attacks that come from nowhere, the sound of music and laughter with no source, and a profound pressure that forces them to leave. No one who enters at night stays until morning, at least none that we know of. Now we go underground. 6 million souls lie beneath the city of love, and you can walk among them. Location 4. The Catacombs of Paris, France. Beneath the elegant boulevards and glowing cafes of Paris lies another world entirely. A world of bones, endless, silent tunnels stretching over 300 kilometers beneath the city, and lining their walls are the skeletal remains of more than 6 million people. The Paris catacombs were created in the late 18th century when the city's overcrowded cemeteries began contaminating the groundwater. Authorities made a grim decision: exhume the dead and transfer the remains into the abandoned limestone quarries beneath the city. They did so at night, by torchlight, in solemn processions. And when it was done, they had created something that no one fully anticipated: a city of the dead beneath a city of the living. Today, only a small section of the catacombs is open to tourists. The rest, hundreds of kilometers of tunnels, are strictly off-limits. Yet urban explorers called cataphiles regularly break in through hidden entrances across the city. Some go for weeks at a time. Not all of them surface easily. A few have never been found. The tunnels disorient even experienced explorers. Identical passages in every direction. No light beyond what you carry, the sound of water dripping, and the overwhelming awareness that above you, Paris goes on, completely unaware of the bones that hold it up. Police officers assigned to patrol the illegal tunnels admit freely even they don't go alone. From the dead beneath a city, we now travel to an island surrounded by something very much alive and very lethal. Location 3. Snake Island, Brazil. 33 kilometers off the coast of São Paulo, Brazil. There is an island that the Brazilian Navy has officially closed to the public. No tourists, no researchers without special permission. And the reason is not legend, not history, not superstition. It is the snakes. Ilha da Queimada Grande, known as Snake Island, is home to the Bothrops insularis, or golden lancehead pit viper. It is one of the most venomous snakes on Earth. Its venom is so fast-acting and so corrosive that it dissolves flesh around the bite within hours. There is no anti-venom readily available. And on Snake Island, scientists estimate there is 1 snake for every square meter of ground. How did this happen? Thousands of years ago, rising sea levels isolated the island from the mainland, trapping the snakes with no land predators and an abundant food supply of migratory birds. Evolution did the rest. The snakes grew more aggressive, their venom growing more potent with each generation. The last lighthouse keeper stationed on the island was found dead along with his entire family. Windows shattered, the home filled with snakes that had come in through every opening. The Brazilian Navy visits occasionally for maintenance. They go armed, suited, and never alone. Even then, they stay only as long as absolutely necessary. We are approaching the end of our journey, but the final 2 locations carry a weight that is different from anything before. One was a place of suffering, the other became a monument to human catastrophe. Location 2. Poveglia Island, Italy. In the Venetian lagoon, between Venice and Lido, sits a small island that the Italian government refuses to develop, refuses to open, and has, at various points in history, refused to even acknowledge. Its name is Poveglia, and its history is perhaps the most disturbing of any place on this list. In the 14th century, during the Black Death, Poveglia became a quarantine island. The sick, the dying, and those merely suspected of carrying plague were shipped there and left. When they died, and they died by the thousands, their bodies were burned in massive pits. Historians estimate that over 160,000 people died on Poveglia. The soil of the island is said to be more than 50% human ash. In the early 20th century, a psychiatric hospital was built on the island. Patients reported seeing the ghosts of plague victims in the halls. One doctor, known for performing experimental surgeries on patients without anesthesia, eventually went mad himself. Witnesses claimed he threw himself from the hospital's bell tower. Some say he survived the fall, only to be strangled by a mist that rose from the ground. Italian fishermen have refused to fish near Poveglia for generations. The few journalists and urban explorers who have managed to access the island describe an immediate, overwhelming sense of dread upon stepping onto its shores. Equipment malfunctions, voices without bodies, and a silence that feels deliberately kept. The island was put up for auction by the Italian government in 2014. It received bids, but the winning bidder backed out without explanation. Poveglia remains empty, locked and waiting, and now we arrive at number 1, a place that doesn't rely on legend or myth. A place where the terror is entirely, scientifically, undeniably real. Location 1, Pripyat and the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Ukraine on April 26, 1986 at 1:23 in the morning, reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded. It was the worst nuclear disaster in human history. And in the hours and days that followed, a city of nearly 50,000 people was erased from the map. Pripyat, Ukraine was a model Soviet city, built specifically for the workers of the Chernobyl plant. It had schools, a fairground, a swimming pool, 16,000 apartments, and a population young enough that the average age was just 26. On the morning of the explosion, residents went about their day. Children went to school. Couples walked in the park. No one was told what had happened. The evacuation came 36 hours later. Residents were told to take only what they could carry in a bag. They'd be back in 3 days. They were never allowed to return. Today, Pripyat is a ghost city reclaimed by nature. Trees grow through floors. Moss covers the carousel in the abandoned fairground. A fairground that was due to open just 5 days after the explosion, and never did. Children's gas masks litter the floor of a collapsed school gymnasium. Family photographs sit on windowsills, rotting slowly in the rain. The exclusion zone covers 2,600 square kilometers. Within its borders, radiation levels in certain areas remain lethal enough to cause acute radiation sickness within hours of exposure. The reactor itself, now encased in a massive steel containment structure called the New Safe Confinement, will remain dangerously radioactive for the next 20,000 years. Guided tours exist. People visit. Which of these places would you dare visit alone? Let us know in the comments.